Hello everyone, Anti-BD1M here and welcome to my channel. When I was young, I used to espouse the idea that democracy was very important. I guess as a child it's very important to have your say heard and to know that you're being respected with your opinions. So I used to say things like, give me democracy or give me death, which is something that Chinese students protested when they were protesting in the Tiananmen Square, which led to the Tiananmen Square massacre, of course, in 1989. But seriously, is democracy really as important as we think it is? Democracy entails people having one vote for every person over the age of 16. So that means regardless of how intelligent they are, how much they know about the facts, they will always have one vote, regardless of how important or intelligent they are. So in some sense, it's very good for equality, but it's not good for intelligence and for doing things which require a lot more intelligent thinking and reflection, which a lot of people simply don't have. A lot of people think that it's important for everyone to have an opinion on everything, and this leads people to be overwhelmed. Some people are simply not educated enough or bright enough to have an opinion on everything. And when they are forced to have an opinion on something, they often choose the wrong side. So it is with the vaccination issue, for example. A lot of people don't know anything about vaccines, but still go with the anti-vax position because they've heard something from somebody or someone told them something which put them off or something like that. I myself regard myself as not being an expert on vaccinations, but I did espouse the idea that the government should release information as much as possible and educate their public, which is something that they're simply not doing. So it's a shame the government decided not to do that. So I think the concept of democracy is most often and most commonly regarded in the positive. I've never seen anyone really use democracy as a dirty word, but I think in some ways it should be regarded as a soiled word because it focuses so much on the politicians and how much they are in power and so on. And obviously, we have a lot of corrupt and uneducated politicians who step into the limelight and create a lot of fear, havoc, um, and misinformation. I will agree that discussion, such as on social media and Facebook and so on, does tend to lead to enlightenment and an educated mind, but only in the long term. And not always. There will be people who have become more entrenched in what they believe in, despite the fact that there is a lot of evidence against what they do believe in. And there are a lot of contentious issues, such as vaccination, which will divide people and cause people to not be um, on the same level as their friends and family, for example. One of the things that I like to propose is the idea that scientists maybe um, should be more highly regarded in our society. So those scientists that talk to us about climate change, for example, should be more highly regarded than the average Joe Blow who doesn't know a thing about climate change. So the question is, should political power be toned down in favor of scientific consensus? I think that it should be, but I also think that scientists should be able to communicate their findings to people in a way which is amenable and friendly and completely rational and calm and open-minded and level-minded. It's a huge task. So for antinatalists, for example, to be completely positive and talking down people to tell them not to have kids, for example, is a huge issue and it's a huge responsibility for those people. And some people simply aren't cut out for the task. I myself, for example, am not the greatest orator in the world, and I believe that for people to believe everything that I say would be a very hard task for a lot of people. I do communicate with as much as I can to people and try and be as friendly as I can to people, but it's simply not enough for some people to believe everything that I have to say. So I've given you a few ideas and issues on the concept of democracy and why democracy is not necessarily a good thing. I believe that in the future, next 20, 30, 40 years or 50 years, there will be leaders who emerge who will have to be more authoritative in what they do. The coronavirus is just the start of people's problems. It's just the start of a lot of people's problems. A lot of bad things are going to happen in the next 20 or 40 years, and we have to be prepared for those things to happen. We also have to assign greater power to those people in authority and allow them to make the decisions on our behalf sometimes, whether it be in regards to vaccines, animal injustice, and climate change. All of these things are going to weigh heavily on our futures. So we're going to have to be on the ball when it comes to working out whether democracy is really so important for us, or whether the scientific community is going to have to take a step up and make decisions for us on our behalf. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.